It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
In honor of a national day, what today's national day is, we are going to bring you all of us here on the Sean Widmer Podcast, all the producers back there behind the camera, we've come up with a top 5 list for you today. And it's going to be revealed in just a few minutes here on the podcast. It's a fun one. It actually, the title of it, so you can get pumped and hyped on it, is the 5 most annoying things to order at a restaurant. We've got to get into that today because of a national day that's happening. What are the 5 most annoying things to order at a restaurant? But before we get to that, I just wanted to give some love to something. In fact, I don't play this every day anymore, but it earned it today.
Kelly's What Are You Into?
Shout out to Kelly, one of the OG podcast listeners and one of my personal favorites, up there with Roberta Giovanni and Spokane Ian. Just an all-time legend. Kelly's What Are You Into today is phone calls. I have done Marco Polo. Marco Polo is my favorite app on my phone. It's the one I use the most on my phone besides YouTube. YouTube is my favorite app. Top 2 favorite apps. There's multiple lists today. We're going to get into the top 5 most annoying things to order at a restaurant, but we're going to start with the top 2 best apps on my phone right now. Number 1 is YouTube. Number 2 is Marco Polo. You're welcome. And I love Marco Polo, and it's how I stay in touch with my buddies for the most part. I've been having some good conversation with my buddy Jeromeo on there. I just love Marco Polo. But I've been making some phone calls, and I had a couple dandies. I had a 36-minute phone call with my guy Andy the other night. Great chat, great talk. Could have gone for another hour. And then I had an hour-long call with Darnay yesterday. Just a great call with Darnay. Darnay is my least favorite person to talk to on the phone because I am and always have been someone who enjoys driving the conversation or someone who enjoys listening to stories about my buddies. There's very few things in my life I like more than listening to my buddies, especially when they're telling me stories of their successes and like the positive things that are happening in their life. I love that so much. So I try to lead that conversation on a phone call into my buddies talking about something, and I can just enjoy it and like listen to my best friends tell me about their lives because I love it. Darnay is brutal because he comes in and he's like, no. Let's get some of your thoughts out, and I hate it. And yesterday we were trying to come up with all these plans and ideas, and I want to focus on him, and he's already crushing it. And so it's like, anyways, it was an hour call, and I love Trip. So it was fun. But Andy and Darnay, it's been great long phone calls. And so I got to give some love to the phone call. I stray away from it because of Marco Polo, and it's hard to weasel in a long phone call, but I had a few windows, a late night window for Andy, and then I had a weird midday lunchtime phone call with Darnay, and they were just great. I loved them. Just a good reminder on why they're my buddies and how important it is to, stay in touch with your friends. And you forget like, oh yeah, there's a group of people out there who really know me extremely well. And we used to hang out way too much. And then you get older and life goes, the route of children and the schedules get busier. And so it's not that your friends aren't around and you don't have time for them completely, but that time gets more limited. And it's not like, oh, it's 8:00 at night. Andy, I'm going to drive over right now, and I've got a 6-pack of Bud Lights. Get ready. Put in College Hoops 2K8. That doesn't just happen anymore. So I don't know. It's just great to rekindle. I got to give some love to the cell phone calls. It was fun. Darnay's call would have cost me $20 back in the day. Midday cell phone call, that would have been brutal. But I'm on that free nights and weekends and daytime plan, bro. Let me see here. I got a text message. What we got. Oh, I got to do this real quick. I got to respond to that one. That's important. That's an important one. Okay. We got to get into it. Today is a national day that made me recollect my words, man. Words and me. We just don't do it. It made me think about something that is just a true fact, and I wanted to work around it because today is a national day for the number one most annoying thing you can order at a restaurant. And I want to celebrate that by giving you the top 5. So this is the list of the top 5 most annoying things you can order at a restaurant. And this has nothing to do with the taste. In fact, I will tell you, all 5 of these items are items I enjoy, but that has nothing to do with the list. The list is about they're annoying to order at a restaurant. We will start with number 5. We'll work our way down to number 1. Number 5 is a salad. We don't need you ordering a salad at a restaurant. We don't need it because the restaurant is not the place where I want to be reminded about my poor health decisions. Do that somewhere else. Do that at the gym, or when I'm sitting on the couch lazily watching a football game with my belly hanging out. That's probably a time to do it, but not at the restaurant. We're ordering food. We're having a good time. I want some apps. I want some other stuff. I don't need your salad mocking me for my bad health choices. So that's number 5. Number 4 most annoying thing to order at a restaurant, dessert. I'm sorry, but it is. You've just eaten an app. I'm sitting there. I've finished my apps. I've finished my entree. I am full. And I've told myself I'm full. It's time to be done. And that one person at the table has a little smirk on their face and they're like, oh, waitress just gave us the dessert menu. There's chocolate cake. I don't like chocolate cake. There's a chocolate cake. They said it's great to share. There's a sticky cookie with ice cream on top. And it's like, no. And you tell them, the group, well, that's fine. You get whatever you want. I'm not going to eat it because I'm full. Then they bring that dessert out to the table. And what do you know? 5 minutes later, you've eaten the whole thing. You're ordering a second one. And now you got to unbutton your belt. You got to loosen your belt a notch. Got to unbutton your pants just to drive home. It's so annoying to order. Number 3 most annoying thing to order at a restaurant is the spinach and artichoke dip. It's delicious, but lots of times you've got issues with the spinach and artichoke dip. Lots of times there's not enough of the item you're supposed to dip, whether it's like a crispy bread or even chips. There's not enough of those to use all the spinach and artichoke dip. And then a lot of times that thing you dip breaks off in the spinach and artichoke dip, and then it's awkward. That sucks. And the worst part is, with a lot of them, there's that layer of crust on top. So whoever kind of gets in there first gets a scoop and they lock in too much of that crispy top. And it's just, you're trying to not take all of it, but it's impossible not to. And everyone's looking at you like, really? You're going to take the whole crispy top? And I'm not trying to, but it hooked onto my chip. I don't know what to tell you. And then everyone else is left with the really flaming hot lava underneath. It's just annoying. They're annoying. It's so good, but so annoying. Number 2 is nachos. Nachos are awesome, but they are meant to be shared and they're impossible to share. They create the most judgment of any item on a restaurant menu. You have got all these chips. You know that 30% of them have nothing on them. And as you look at the chips, you can see the 10 or even 5 primo chips that are stacked full of all the toppings. They look wonderful. They're a little bit soggy. They are set up for success. And everyone stares at these chips because we all see them. And you can't be the first one just to rush in and grab one of those. I mean, you can, but then you're the gluttonous fool and slob and jerk at the table. Whether you want, and maybe you want to be that person, but just know you are, and we all know it. And so you can't just jump at one of those chips. But then everyone starts to wait, and you're like, oh man, who's going to take that chip? And so everyone kind of picks around it, but everyone notices it. And then finally, someone takes it, and that chip that was going to be so enjoyable, it's just filled with regret and shame. And that's what nachos does to a table. And it's brutal. And it's why they're the second most annoying thing to order at a restaurant. But the number 1 most annoying thing to order at a restaurant is, without a doubt, and we do it on its national day, it's without a doubt fajitas. Fajitas are a spectacle. They're so good. They're so wonderful. They are great every time. They're great at every restaurant you order them at. But my gosh, the ceremony involved in that. It's worse than when someone has a birthday at your table and everyone comes out wearing the hats and they've got balloons and they all sing a song to you and it's super weird. The fajitas are even more than that because they are singing their own song of sizzle. And the whole room fills with smoke and everyone's like, oh, gonna set off the fire alarm in here, right? And everyone's goofing about that, but also everyone's kind of mad because they smell so strong, so they overtake the entire table's nostrils. And again, they're piping hot. There's smoke everywhere. Inevitably, the person who orders fajitas is right next to a child, and they touch that cast iron skillet and burn their hands. Now you're at the hospital. They are such a good menu item taste-wise, but they are the most annoying thing you can order at a restaurant. And everyone does it. You got to do it because they're great. But we all know they're so annoying. It almost feels like if you order fajitas, you should be ushered off to a corner of the restaurant that is the fajita zone. And unfortunately, you lose the company of your loved ones or your coworkers or whoever you went to lunch or dinner with. You lose that company, but you do get to just enjoy in this bubbled off area your fajitas. And then when you're done with them, you can come back out. You're going to smell so bad still. And that's just how it is. Fajitas come with you for hours after the restaurant as well. So if someone gets fajitas at your table, you are taking that smell with you to miniature golf or the movie theater or the bowling alley or Lover's Lane where or up to the cliff overlooking the city that you're planning on a big hot makeout session. Just know you're going to make out smelling like a fajita. There you go. A little tip to all of you young or old daters out there. Be careful with the fajita. Happy National Fajita Day. All right, talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for listening.